Hey guys, Anthony, 4x4 Diesel. Just wanted to give you a few tips to the best of my knowledge on cleaning the EGRs on Prados and Hiluxes with a 1KD. I've done a few of them, so got a little bit of experience with it, and I can tell you a few things that do and don't work. First thing you want to do, as I've done other videos in various groups, we've got a few groups and pages, and I put the specific information in those groups. So, Oz Prado Crew is kind of, it's a general Prado thing. I don't want to crap on about injectors too much. So we've got Toyota 1KD FTV injectors only. So there's specific groups anyway. This injector one, I'm going to sort of put this, injectors, not injectors. This EGR cleaning one, I'm probably going to put in a lot of Prado groups simply because it's going to help a lot of Prado people. There's a lot of people out there butchering cars and you don't want them to touch your car. We're not going to say who they are and who they aren't. It's more bad than good. We've got a few guys. If you want someone, give me a call and I'll try and hook you up with someone that can do the job right and put your car back together correctly so it doesn't get damaged. If you want to have a crack yourself, that's good too. If you're fairly, handy on the tools, I'm just going to give you a few tips. That's what this is about. Now, I've done previous videos around the groups and I've got a YouTube channel and all that, so you can have a look. I can't do a 4-hour video on EGR cleaning because that's how long it takes, but I can just give you lots of little snippets and tips and tricks, that sort of thing. So you've got to get the EGR assembly off, take it off as an assembly. Pretty straightforward. Like I said, if you're handy on the tools. There's things you can forget that's going to actually could do a lot of damage, like that bolt, the mounting bolt in the EGR cooler that goes into the manifold. That 12mm, it's hidden under the hose there, you can't see it too well. Easy to forget or leave loose. If that falls out, you're going to be in trouble. I've heard about that plenty of times before. Now, this is the deal. Once you get it off and you pull the assemblies apart, you've got 4 pieces to clean. You've got the throttle body, which you only use, obviously, throttle body carby cleaner. That's that one right there. Okay, all the cheap brands, Repco, Super Cheap, whatever, that's about $3 a can. Use it on the throttle, inside it on the butterfly. It's not for electrical components and spraying in there. It's like thinners, it's really going to eat into it. So that's for the throttle body. Once you're done with that, you've got the other 3 pieces, the EGR valve, the elbow, and the little spacer, if you like. The best thing I find is scrape it all first. So obviously, big flat blade screwdriver. Do I need to show you one of those? Well, I'll show you anyway. Right, there it is, scrape, scrape, scrape. So you can scrape all the hard. Look, it varies from being soft to hard. The sooner you get to this, the better, because it is softer and it's up around the EGR valve. As the vehicles get older, there's more blow-by. It's not a lot of oil, because even at 400,000 Ks, they don't burn oil. So there's not a lot of oil going through your intake, but there's a little bit more. Instead of 100 mil in 10,000, it might be 200 or 300 or 400 mil in 10,000 Ks, So there's more oil, and that tends to push the soot off the EGR valve down into the intake more. Then it's going to be a bigger job and harder to clean. You don't really want to have to take your inlet manifold off unless you've got some experience or you're really mechanically apt. Okay, so get to it sooner rather than later. Scrape it all off. It could be soft and go like toothpaste. It could be quite hard and crunchy. You cannot wash this through your engine, so don't bother getting any of these on-car cleans done. It just smokes up because all the chemicals are getting soaked by black soot on the way past and going out, burning off out the exhaust. It might look good. You cannot put solids through a high compression diesel engine, even a petrol engine, but especially a diesel, okay? So you've got to physically pull it apart. This is what we do. We scrape it out. Once we've scraped it out, you can try and wipe it out with rags a bit as well if you like. Then you're down to the minimal sort of part. Use this degreaser, So we're talking, it's an oil-based degreaser, right? So it's, how do you explain? I don't know. Whatever, right? There it is. That's what you use. That sort of dissolves it, if you like. It's more a dissolves, greasy grime sort of product. So you use that first, and that'll get most of it out. Now, what I find works really well, they used to sell these brushes in Bunnings, right? They don't anymore. Not exactly this one with a blue handle like that. It's a Dacor brush, so maybe check out their website if you want. The bristles are fairly firm. They're not, they're not rock hard. I prefer it a bit firmer, but that is a perfect size for cleaning inside the EGR. In Bunnings, they do have now one with a wooden handle. It's very similar. Bristles might be a little bit firmer, actually. Similar. I think they designed it for cleaning in, glasses and cups and whatever, coffee cups, wine glasses, whatever. Anyway, I reckon they've designed it for the EGR system of 1KD. It's spot on, works really well. Twist and pull and in and out, and twist it around. With this gear in there, the degreaser, first in the red can, plenty of that. And that works really well. On the elbow, and the spacer, right? Because you've just got a round bit you need to get into, right? Plenty of degreaser in and out. Hit it with your pressure washer and rinse it out. You'll find it's stained. Generally, this stuff does not get the staining off. Then you move to the next product. Once you're clean, you move to the, this is what I use. I've been using it I've been in the automotive trade, I don't know, 25 years. I did my apprenticeship starting back in about early 92, late 91. You know, went to trade school, TAFEs and that, I don't know if they still have those, where we actually learn stuff about petrols, diesels, everything on a motor vehicle, bumper to bumper. Okay, so back to the subject again. Heavy duty degreaser, right? The Kenco one, that's the one I've been using for a very long time. That's how we got off topic, a long time. I like it. I don't know why I used it in the first place. I think it was probably $8 a bottle. You know, it's since gone 10, 12. It was actually, I remember it was $7 or $8. It's now a rip-off that's super cheap. It's about $25. It's a little bit bigger, but whatever. Bunnings, it was $14.40 for, it was $12 for a long time. Then it was $14.40 for a long time. Currently, today I just purchased some more. That's why I'm doing this video for you. $17.50 a bottle for 5 litres. Normally I'd mix that in one of those 2 litre spray bottles to wash engines down, 1 to 3. Don't leave it on there too long. There's other videos on that, another subject. For this, I pour a little bit in a container, get an old container like this. This is an old yogurt container or whatever. Just pour a little bit in there, and then you can sit your brush in the bottom of the container like that in the degreaser, happy days, you know, and then buff into your EGR and give it a good clean out. So that will actually get rid of the staining as well. It does help clean. It doesn't dissolve the grease, so if you've got hard chunky bits, it's not going to dissolve that as well as this oil-based sort of degreaser. So we start with this red can stuff, which is cheap, $1 a can on special, I think at Ripco at the moment, so rip them off. Check your prices, right? Why pay 3 if you can pay 1? Buy a box, right? You'll use it eventually. Anyway, that's the deal. The heavy duty Kenco gets the staining off. So that's your main brush. Now for the EGR valve, this is one of my favourite ones, okay? Also at Bunnings, right? They're about just over $2.50. You can see that one's had a bit of hammering. I've been through a few of them, right? When the bristles start falling out, it's time for a new one. That's why we went there today. We've got some nice new ones, right? There it is. What brand's that? Oates. There you go, Oates. That's the brush. It's got a hard scraper on the back. If you miss a bit, you can use that to scrape if you like, okay? So these brushes are your typical cleaning brushes in the automotive trade. They sort of go to pieces a bit. They're not bad. All these other ones I've tried. This one, a bit soft in the bristles, into the bin, useless. That's a Decor one. Again, way too soft, into the bin. Same deal, into the bin, rubbish. Keep your old toothbrushes. They come in handy for underneath the EGR valve in the bottom hole. Anyway, there you go. There's all the brushes. There's all the degreaser. All the tips I can give you on cleaning EGR as far as cleaning products go. If you want more information, you know the deal. Anthony Prado Forby, you know, it's just hit the friend button. If you've got a Prado, show us a picture of your Prado. Don't bother pressing it if you're a weirdo. But if you've got a Prado and you just want the information, feel free to connect that way and have a look, stalk me, have a look at the profile and find out the groups that I've got, because that's where the information is. I'm here to give the information to you so you can get on it, look after your vehicle, do it yourself. I'm not here to sell you anything. I don't want any more work, you know. If I'm very... I'm not cheap, okay? So, you know, there's a price to quality. So if you've got the money for quality, then by all means give me a call. But this information is for just to help people do it themselves, because I can't do everyone's, okay? So hope that helps. Everyone have a lovely day.